What's up, BitchinNBassin family? Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. The frog rod. Got him. Got him. Gotcha, bitch. You wasn't going nowhere, Jack. The yellow one's definitely better, but actually that wasn't bad. I don't know why I made that face. It's all right, but yellow Red Bull's the way to go. So, all right, BitchinNBassin family, the Florida 2019 videos are finally here. I finally sat my ass down to edit them, and they turned out awesome, guys. You guys saw the teaser I put together. That is just a tiny bit of what actually is in these videos. So, we caught a ton of fish. We had an awesome guide at Okeechobee. So, but again, this is episode 1 of the 2019 Florida videos. For the Florida trip, we took it back in June of 2019. We flew into Jacksonville, saw some of my wife's family, which are some of our favorite family members. They're awesome. We love you. We'll be back. So we started in Jacksonville. We got picked up at the airport, and literally pulling into their neighborhood, there was a beautiful pond, a beautiful entry pond, and there was ponds throughout the neighborhood. So obviously, I'm already geeking off the rip. But the plan was to stay in Jacksonville for a couple of days, and then we would rent a car and drive down to Okeechobee, which ended up being pretty awesome. Like, Florida's a beautiful state, guys. But yeah, that was the plan, so that's what we did. But like I was telling you before, as soon as we pulled into the neighborhood where we were staying in Jacksonville, I was a kid in a candy store. There was water everywhere. I mean, it's Florida, so there is water everywhere, but I didn't think I was going to get this lucky and basically be staying almost on a pond. So I think I lasted about 24 hours before I actually got all my stuff rigged up, ready to go. And we set out for that pond to see what was in this pond. Plus, I wanted to kind of get an idea of these Florida strain bass. Like, these bass are different from the bass we have up here. Not so much in looks, more or less in like size and attitude of the fish and their behaviors. So I kind of just wanted to catch my first Florida strain bass, and I didn't want to wait till we got to Okeechobee. I mean, up here, any free time I have is spent fishing. So down there, it wasn't any different. So the first chance I saw that there wasn't anything planned, we were just kind of kicking it, I was gone off to the pond. And that is this video here, guys. The first episode of the Florida 19 videos is pond hopping, Jacksonville, Florida. We actually stayed in YULEE, Florida, which is like literally 5-10 minutes north of downtown Jacksonville. And even on my way walking to this pond, one of the neighborhood kids who was also going to fish warned me that that isn't the best pond to fish in the neighborhood, that other ponds have better fish in them, but this pond was the only pond that wasn't surrounded by houses. I didn't have to worry about it being private. Not that the other ones were, but I'm a stranger in a new neighborhood, so I didn't want to ruffle any feathers, it being our family member's house. So I still just was like, I'm going to go fish this front pond. And I almost took it as a challenge. So me being the hard head that I am made me just want to fish that pond even more. We ended up doing awesome at the pond, guys. We caught a ton of fish. We caught them a ton of different ways. So be on the lookout for the next, there's at least another 2 episodes in this series. This is episode 1 of Florida 2019, BitchinNBassin, pond hopping, Jacksonville / YULEE, Florida. Enjoy the video, guys. I'm going to get back to organizing the headquarters. Show your support. Like and subscribe. That doesn't even sound right. Like and subscribe the video. You don't subscribe the video. But anyways, show me some support, guys. Like the video. Shoot me a comment down below of your biggest Florida bass or some tips for me on this next Florida trip. BitchinNBassin out. What's up, BitchinNBassin family? Sorry, did not bring the big camera today. We just have the GoPro because we are in YULEE, Florida, which is a suburb of Jacksonville. We're here visiting my wife's cousins, who are awesome, but they also live in a neighborhood where there is plenty of pondage. So, you know me, BitchinNBassin fam, we're gonna go bitch up some bass out of this pond, eh? We're gonna bitch up some bass. Ooh, I like that saying. Doesn't make sense, which makes it even greater. There's a pond I hit last night. They were eating the frog well, so I already got my first Florida fish. Now, let's get the first fish on camera for the fam. The pond is right ahead of us. You just can't see it yet, unless we get kicked out. But I don't think we get kicked out. There's no signs. Who am I bothering, huh? Right? We are at the pond and the fountain is going. See, the fountain wasn't going last night. Last night I was basically just like blind casting. Ooh, we go over to this shade spot. Look, you see, did you guys see all the fish just take off right there? They're in the shallows. So, let's go now. We got the frog rod, which I have a little mouse on here. We got the knife set up with a little Dirty Jigs finesse jig. We got the finesse rod with a little 16th ounce weight, and I'll either throw a fluke or a worm on there. And then we have the scrounger head. Let's do some searching with this bad boy first. Even though this is a pond, guys, you don't really need a search bait for a pond. All right, first cast off. Can we dig something up? Got one, y'all. Already got one. Get your ass in here, boy. Get your ass in here, boy. Get your ass, look at that, y'all. BitchinNBassin. He went after the little minnow. What's up, buddy? Ooh, you are so dark. You are so dark. Look at that, y'all. Look at that. He wanted that, didn't he? Didn't ya? All right. Gotta take the pick. It's a good fish. There we go. Let's send it to the wife. She thought I was gonna catch nothing. Come on now. It is so hot already. Let's throw this again, y'all. Got him. Get your ass in here, boy. Come on, that's two. Come on, that's what. Ooh, this is a good looking bass. Look at him, he's got good colors. He's not as dark. He's not as dark. Look at him, y'all. That's bass number two. Good little bassy. Good little bassy bass. Looking for the big ones here. I like this bait, y'all, because look at that. Look at that. Still good to go. This is a pulse fish. It's just a little scrounger head with a fluke on the back of it. And they like it. There's definitely fish in here. Alright, so I'm gonna bring it right past his ass. You gonna hit it. Told you. Ah, damn it. I told you he was gonna hit it. Scrounger head's working, so. Let it sink a little bit, and bring it right under this fountain. There's gonna be a fish here. Alright. Alright, we're putting this down for a second. I'm gonna throw this mouse a couple times. We're throwing this topwater mouse, y'all, because it actually walks quite nicely. You see that? Y'all see that? Holy shit. Do you guys see these fish jumping? Oh, I had him, y'all. Ooh, did you see that? Another one hit it. Oh, they're down there, boys. They are down there, boys. You see that? They both attacked the mouse, and I had one. I had one, y'all. Did y'all see that? They ain't ready for this Pittsburgh boy, son. Watch. This is gonna get eaten. This is gonna get eaten. And I am going to set the hook like a champ. Oh. Oh, how the f did I miss it? Did y'all see that? He came over to get that shit. Oh, he came over to get that shit, boy. Oh, yeah. That's what we're throwing, y'all. Finger bang of the boomada. Finger bang of the boomada. Savage gear. Savage gear mouse. Come on. All right, that was a hard landing, but they don't care. Look, something waked around it right there. Watch. As soon as I start twitching this, something's gonna attack it. Oh, I might have missed my chance. Watch this. See how there's that grass and there's like an eddy? Watch, I'm gonna get a bite right here. Got him, got him, got him, got him. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. He wanted the mouse. Oh, he wanted the mouse. Oh yeah. That's a good one too, boy. Ooh, he's a good 2-pounder. You're gonna get you away, buddy. Look at that. Comes right out, y'all. Right out. We're gonna have to kind of launch him a little bit. And he's good. Dude, I am really like it. I did not like this reel, y'all. I did not like, this is the $80 13 Fishing Origin Light. I could not find a use for it. It's 8 1-to-1. It felt kind of cheap, but I would tell you what, y'all, this is an awesome frog fishing reel. A cheap, like $80, $90 frog fishing reel, dude. This thing is f***ing perfect, dude. I've been killing them, but while I'm doing it, I actually feel comfortable with this reel and this rod. I would like a little heavier of a rod, because this is a heavy rod and it still makes little fish feel big. That was a good 2-pounder though, and he attacked it just like he was supposed to. Come on now, where you at? Okay. You wanna hit it right there? Okay. Got me all tangled up. Come on, I know you're over there. Damn it! I pulled it out of his mouth. Look at that, y'all. He crammed that thing. Damn it. All right, one more time. He had it, dude.
time. It was all air. There he is. Nope. Oh shit. Thank God, dude. I left these here last night. I'm killing them, son. Oh shit, it's gonna rain. It is most definitely gonna rain, dude. Like, for sure. Gonna hit it. He hit it, dude. Damn. Damn, he had that, dude. He had it. Oh my goodness. Calm down, buddy. Did I get you in your eye? Oh, that's straight through your eye, bud. Oh, I'm sorry. Come on, bud. I know it's gonna hurt. All right, buddy. We're getting you back. Jeez Louise, buddy. Got his eye juice all over me, dude. That's what I want, because I know they're like right under this thing. Look, something already got it. They're clobbering this thing, dude. Please don't start to rain. Please don't. What's wrong with it, buddy? Ooh, that had to hurt, buddy. That had to hurt. That had to hurt. He did that to himself, y'all. He did not do that to him. Pretty impressed with this little Zoom fluke. It's staying in this little spot. But it's time for a frog fish before it starts raining. Gotcha, bitch. Look at that. Come on. Stop. You might go anywhere, boy. Oh, come on, I'm sorry, buddy. I only gave you 3 extra holes. Look at that. This little fish ate the mouse. And he ate it good too. There he goes. Dude, that was so cool. Like they said, you know they want it whenever your frog comes back like that. Look at that, dude. They like this mouse, dude. I'm telling you, it's something different. It's not a frog. It's gonna start really leaking here in a minute. Dude, these can get off a freaking hook like it's nothing. If it doesn't rain any more than this, I'm fine with this. That is never the case. Yeah, as soon as it hit the ground, as soon as it hit the water, this fool bit it. I threw it right on top of him. You wasn't going nowhere, Jack. Ow, I just stuck myself. See, bud, you're free. Alright guys, we gotta put the camera away. It's starting to rain. So far, dude, it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad.
Alright, welcome back to the headquarters, BitchinNBassin fam. Man, what a video. What a great time Jacksonville was. We had a blast visiting family. I fished that pond a couple more times. I fished a bunch of other ponds in the neighborhood. I didn't record the whole time because it was vacation, so I kind of just wanted to have a good time. Like I said, they told me not to fish that pond, and there's no good fish in there. There's no fish or whatnot. We had a blast cracking them. There was a bunch of fish that didn't make it on film because it was raining on and off. And as I was finishing, I had a little finesse jig with me that I was throwing around after I put the camera away because it kind of started to rain a good bit, which felt good because it was like 90 degrees. But all of a sudden, as I'm fishing the jig, the skies just opened up. It went from like a regular rain to a straight downpour. It was just like too much. So I had the jig, I was fishing the jig out by that fountain, and I just, you know how when you're bringing something in, I just hurried up and was reeling it in as fast as I can because I wanted to run under this tree, kind of get some cover to see if it would slow down so I could walk back. And man, I reel it in, and you know when you're reeling in a bait fast, it'll come up to the surface and then you reel it the rest of the way back on the surface. I reel this thing, it gets up on the surface. I'm literally reeling this thing on like a 7:3 gear ratio reel, so it's skipping across the water, and no joke, like 2 feet from the bank, at least my PB from PA is 5.25 pounds, and this fish was bigger than that. I got a great look at him because he ate the jig topwater, but not like how you would eat a frog. Like he came up and just turned on it, like didn't suck it in, didn't bite it. Like he just came up and opened his mouth and he did it so quick that I was not ready for it, and I kind of did one of those scared hook sets where you're like, oh, and like you realize half a second through, like, oh, is it the hook? Oh. And I did that. I felt him for a split second, and then right after that, I almost lost my life because that jig literally was coming right between my eyes. I literally at the last second was like, whoa, and I could like hear this jig. So there is big fish in that pond. I know you saw me catch, I think the biggest fish I caught was 2 pounds, but don't get it twisted. That little body of water does have big fish in it. As to say, up here in Western PA, my PB came out of basically a drainage ditch. Like, not that big at all. As you saw in the video, a couple baits did awesome for us. The first one I was throwing, like I said, was, you didn't get too good a look at it, but it's basically a scrounger head. But instead of that regular scrounger head, it has a little swim bait head on it. This is called the pulse fish. I got it at one of my local fielding streams. I got a bunch of them. But yeah, it's basically just a scrounger head. It's not really meant for ponds. It's kind of meant for like the deeper stuff, ledges and stuff like that, suspended fish. But I had just gotten it before the trip. I kind of wanted to try it out. That was the first bait. The next bait that I caught most of the fish on was just a super salty Zoom fluke. And the color here, guys, is bait fish. It's a really good color, kind of bluegilly looking. Just like a whitish black shad with a whole lot of stuff going on. But that is the Zoom bait fish super fluke. And one of my favorite hollow body lures to throw, which you guys saw in there, is, I think this is the Savage Gear Mouse. I'm pretty sure it's the Savage Gear Mouse. It doesn't say, but I don't know what it is, but I love Savage Gear frogs. They're frogs. I have some of their smaller frogs, which are some of my favorite. And then I love throwing this mouse. This thing has come in handy so many times when like they're crushing the frog and then it just, you know, it kind of dies down. This thing is just like a frog. It works a little easier because as you can see the profile on it, look underneath, and man, they destroy this thing. So I've always done well on this. I always keep this ready to go. Savage Gear frog, Zoom fluke, scrounger. Just wanted to go over a couple of baits that worked for me there, guys. We spent a couple more days in Jacksonville, went to the beach, went out and drank. I fished some more ponds, like I said, and then we got down to brass tacks. We headed down to a bucket list lake for me. My wife is awesome for planning this trip because without her, this trip wouldn't have happened. And we happen to be going back to Florida because of her as well. So yeah, I have a pretty great wife. Love you, babe. But the second and third videos are going to be the Lake Okeechobee videos. And if you saw the teaser, guys, I mean, we had a blast down there. It was midsummer. And people warned, oh, you got a shiner fish, or that's not the great time of year to go, but it didn't matter. We went, and I had a blast. I had an awesome guide. I'll make sure to leave his info up there. So, guys, stay tuned. There's some stuff coming. I'm going to try to get them to you as quick as possible. Like I said, my wife's pregnant. I got the home show with work, so we're going to try to edit these out and get them to you ASAP. But yeah, guys, appreciate you guys making it through the video. Please show your support, like and subscribe. Let me know you guys are liking the content. See, maybe that'll kind of push me to be a little quicker, more efficient in getting these videos out to you guys. Oh, also, another thing I wanted to go over with, the reason, if you guys are watching that video, I was losing a lot of fish. It basically was just because I was throwing that fluke on a little worm hook with that little 16th ounce weight. And if you saw in the middle of the pond there, it was like a big, like kind of grass field. There was grass underneath, and then from them cutting the grass clippings all kind of floated to this like grass field, and like the little bit of grass sticking up above the water kind of caught all those grass clippings, which almost created like a mat. You can't really see it because it was, a lot of it was just like just under the surface, but what would happen is all the fish were surrounding that grass. They weren't really in it, they were surrounding it. If you saw where I kept repeatedly casting and still catching fish, that's why. But what would happen is, even those little fish, they were destroying them. Like, I was feeling the bite. Like, they were crushing it. And what I would do, when I went, as soon as I would get to that grass, I would feel a little wiggle and the weight would be gone. And as y'all saw, every time I poured it in, there was a ton of grass. So, I think the grass was the main reason why we caught them, but it's also the main reason why I'm pretty sure I lost a lot of fish. So, if I'm wrong or you guys think there was another reason, please let me know. But I'm pretty sure that grass was like, you know, kind of a good and a bad thing. I could have switched up the gear, but like I said, it was just a little prom mission, and we had a blast, guys. So, look, hopefully you liked the video. Hit that like button. Please subscribe, and be on the lookout for those Okeechobee videos, guys, because they are awesome. If you guys like the bass fish, you don't have to like me. You're going to like these Okeechobee vids. So, but again, guys, love y'all. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you back for episode 2 of the Florida 2019 videos. Tight lines, y'all. Go catch a biggin. Go catch a pig. Go catch a piggin? I don't know. Sounds cool. Alright, guys. BitchinNBassin out.
What is up, BitchinNBassin family? We are in Clewiston, Florida.
Oh, this is a good fish. Dude, it's a good fish. You had it.